Hello, Sariah, Bastian here, owner and creator of Beyond Breath. Beyond Breath is a course and coaching program that helps women who have experienced infidelity in their marriage overcome the emotional trauma that it causes. And I have with me today my client, Mary Beth, who is so amazing and has allowed for us to even be able to see her face. They're real. Our friends are real. So thank you for being here with us today, Mary Beth. She's going to share her story, and our hope and intention in doing this is to hopefully give you some hope and relatability that you don't have to suffer, and that healing you yourself and your relationship can be your story. So, Mary Beth, if you don't mind sharing with us, just to begin, what was the main problem that you were experiencing before you decided to join us in Beyond Breath?
So I think the main problem that I definitely recognize is what I needed to get through was the chasing the phone, trying to look up emails, looking for information that felt like it would have given me some answers or given me a sense of peace and calm, and it never being enough, going in the emails and just having that constant need to kind of find out more and thinking that that would give me the relief.
Mm-hmm. Along with the emails and the searching, what had you tried to do to find that relief?
I hadn't really tried anything else prior. We had agreed to start marriage counseling, and I knew that was going to be necessary for us together, but I also knew that that was not going to be enough for me. And so going back and forth between trying to find an individual therapist, and doing this program because of the specialization of the program and the schedule, right? The access, it's hard to schedule appointments and be able to have a family and be working and doing all of those things and then trying to do my self-care. So having this felt a lot more manageable and accessible.
Mm-hmm. Um, from D-Day to when you decided to join, how long had you been kind of in that place of searching for more?
Um, I want to say it was a month and a half.
Mm,
I knew that sitting in that for long was not going to be healthy for me. Um, I wanted out of that as fast as possible.
hmm. I love that so much. Yeah. I speak with so many women who are just at the beginning, and also women who have been in this decades. And the women in the beginning, I feel like, don't truly understand the weight of this and how
Mm.
heavy it gets because they haven't been in it long enough. So to know like a month and a half, that's enough. I don't want to keep living like this. Yeah, this says a lot about you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since joining Beyond Breath, so it's been 90 days. What has been the highlight for you?
Um, Honestly, the the word used is the peace process, right? Like this has just been the peace, the calm, the centering, the tools that I can just have. There's no more of that chatter. There's no need to check a phone. There's no checking
Mhm.
emails or anything. It's just like this release of I get to live my life, and it's my life. And
Mhm.
that's all I need to know. And I get to focus on today and what today brings. And that's all I need to know.
Mhm. Mhm. So powerful. Yeah, you have your
Uh,
life.
yeah.
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 Right. I can be
True.
present for my kids. I can be present
Mhm.
and have joy again. I
Mhm.
worried that I would never have that,
Mhm.
and to have that is like, whew.
Wow. Yeah. And that's what I think so many women fear, not ever being able to see the bright side of day after this.
Yeah.
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 What What inside of Beyond Breath really transformed things for you?
Trusting myself. I
Mm,
realize I know that I put a lot into what I thought I needed to be in my marriage, what I thought the role looked like, and the reality of that was part of what drove, right, the separation and the disconnection in our marriage.
mhm.
Not that I take any ownership of his actions, and we've had that conversation many times,
Yeah.
but there's work that I can do, and um being the victim isn't going to help me. Learning from the needs and how to stay connected to myself, most importantly, also has opened up to communication and the dynamics at home. It's just
Mhm.
transformative.
I love that. The next question is, what have been your results? And you kind of said that, but if you could sum up everything, what have been your results?
I think the biggest results is the connection with myself, the connection with others, the understanding of the human experience and our emotions, and not being afraid of them.
Mm,
Just being able to be present in life and not need to worry or have all of the stress of what we think needs to happen, or what things, the should look like, but just being here and finding my happiness and my joy.
I love that. I love that. I mean, we go into this because we want our marriage to work, right? And I mean, yes, of course we do, but so much is waiting for them to, or waiting for you to find enough information to know which way you want to turn, when all this work is truly just about you. And that's hard. That's really hard. So
Sure.
what would you say to somebody who's listening to this and on the fence about joining us inside of Beyond Breath?
You deserve this. You deserve to be connected to yourself and to have that weight of all of the worry and the anxiety or the fear given to where it needs to go. It doesn't need to live in here. It needs to go
Mhm.
back out into other places. And that being able to, I don't want to say control, but know yourself and learn how to feel your feelings and communicate them and set the necessary boundaries, and allow other people to carry their own things and be able to share in life. Not that, we go into marriage thinking it has to be, what's yours is mine, and I'll
Mhm.
sit there with you, but I don't have to take on whatever they're dealing with or whatever their struggles. I can listen and I can be compassionate because I'm not overwhelmed. Um, because I know that it is not mine to change. And um, that's, I think, giving yourself that permission, right? That permission to live your life. And that opens up doors to who wants to be in your life. And it's scary because some of those doors shut
Yeah.
and we can't control that. But
Mhm.
we know on the other end that maybe they weren't meant to be in our lives and there's a reason. And
Mhm.
so just making sure that we're creating that life that we want and surrounding ourselves with the people that are fulfilling and life-giving and
Mhm.
supportive and nurturing.
Mhm. Yeah. And that work, in order to be able to surround yourself with those types of people and with that type of energy, begins with you.
Us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
And truly congratulations. I didn't get to see Mary Beth often. For those of you listening, she has a full-time job and wasn't able to necessarily even come to any of the coaching, but listening to the recorded calls, following along with the modules, working with our account mentor, this is where she is, and it's possible for you as well. So thank you, Mary Beth, for sharing this today. And
sure.
for those of you listening, if this calls to you, this works. I don't even know how else to say that. And it's so hard to prove that, and to even you said like trusting yourself was the biggest thing that, one of the highlights that you learned. And it's so hard to trust other people when you're here, right? And so hopefully by listening to me and then Mary Beth and the other women who have come before you, you can see that there's life on the other side of this, that there is happiness, that there's peace. Yeah. So thank you for joining us today. For those of you listening, again, Sariah, Bastian here. If you feel called to reach out, please do so. I'm here. My team is here to support you. Suffering does not have to be your story. Chaos does not have to be your story. And I hope to see you on the inside. I love you. Bye-bye.